Hi, this is Sven at Manticore Arms, and today we're going to show you our Maverick Ambi safety kit for the AR-15. It comes with several components, which you can see here in the video. There are 8 safety levers and a blank out panel. There is a central safety shaft, that's this part here, 2 screws, and an Allen wrench. And we're going to zoom back a minute, and then I'll show you each of the parts individually. Okay. So the set comes with 8 safety levers, as we said. You've got your standard AR style. You can see the thickness there. And there's 2 of those. There's an extra large one or a big one. This is good if you're using gloves, if it's winter, something like that. We've got a slim one. That can be good on the offhand side where your thumb would normally, your index finger would be the trigger side. Can also work on either side. We've got what we call the crankshaft lever, which is more like an FAL, where there's a knob that comes out here. We've got our scalloped, which is basically a standard that's cut away. Some people find this very comfortable on the offhand side. Could also be used as a main one. All of them can be used on either side of the firearm. We've got our standard short, so you can see it's shorter by about 1/3. Then we've got our slim short, which you can see it's a little thinner and it is about 1/3 shorter. And then finally our blank out plate. This is useful. You can see there's a little notch in it, so it'll still indicate when you have it pointed the right direction if it's on fire safe. They all have that notch on them. This is really useful if you work for especially a law enforcement department or some other agency that requires that you only have a non-ambi safety, so you don't accidentally bump the safety on the offhand side. So we've got our safety shaft here. Now I want to point out, you see it's cut on both sides, top and bottom. That is because this safety shaft is designed to be both a 90-degree and a 60-degree throw shaft. So you will notice there are 2 little, let's see if we can get in there a little bit, 2 little detents and a groove between them on this side. We flip it over and you see there is 2 little detents and a slightly shorter groove between them. So if you imagine this is in the gun this way and this is the underside, that would be a 60-degree throw. So if you imagine that like that and then it rotates 60 degrees, that would be fire. Now if we rotate this 180, we've now got the 90-degree throw. So you can do a 90-degree throw for fire. And you can see the flat there where the components are allowed to move. And so so basically you can install this in the gun. One way, you can flip it over, install it the other way, and the detent engages by loosening the pistol grip and control which way the throw goes on it. The 2 screws are used to hold the levers in. There's no need for blue Loctite or anything. If you want to use it, that's fine. And these are just standard Allen flat heads, 632 screws. I'm sorry, 440s. The only other tool you are going to need is either an Allen wrench or a screwdriver. And this is to remove the pistol grip from your AR-15 lower. So we'll just leave that there. So what I have here is an AR-15 with its standard lower in it. Its standard safety lever in it. So you can see the profile, it actually matches ours almost exactly, except that we can put it on both sides, whereas this one is just a standard single-sided one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen the pistol grip by loosening the screw or removing it. Make sure we don't lose a detent and spring that's located in here. And then we're gonna put our new safety lever kit in. So we'll get this guy off. Now, if you're good at this, you don't have to remove the pistol grip fully, but I want to remove it just so we can show the detent and spring in case you've never seen that before. I have done so many AR lowers, I can't even count how many have come apart or been put together in the shop over the years, but it's a good thing to know how it goes together and comes apart. So you've got a screw in there. There we go. And the pistol grip came off. You can see the spring goes in the pistol grip there. So you've got a spring right here, and we'll go through how to install that, take it out, all that good stuff in a minute. So you can see the safety lever came out, just dropped right out. It's important to have the hammer cocked because that allows the trigger to go down and the safety to drop out. And right in there, if we shake it, is you've got your detent. So what you'll have is your grip, the detent goes on top in that hole, and then it's pressing up in those two little detents that you switch between with the little groove. And the detent holes are a little deeper. That's why you feel the snap as it goes between the two positions. It'll go click and then click back. That's how that all works. All right, so we've got the safety out. You can see it's empty in there. You can see, if you look right there, the hole where the detent comes through. So what we're going to do now, just get this guy out of the way for a minute. We're going to take our safety shaft, and we're going to set this one up for a 90-degree throw. So you want is this longer slot with the detent holes on the bottom, and you'll see the shorter one on the back top here. So we got it like that. And we're just going to grab a standard one and thread that right in with the screw. You don't have to gorilla tighten this or anything, just get it snug. Like that. Usually if there's a little bend to the wrench, you can feel when it bottoms out and it tightens in. So we've got that. We're going to put that in the lower, like so. I'll just hold it in place. We're going to drop the detent back in there. Sometimes it's easier to leave the spring out, or leave it in, however you want to do it. The main thing is just getting the screw in the pistol grip lined up here. And there we go, feels like it. Well, we didn't quite get it yet. It's going to take a little fiddling to get the screw in there. Let's see here. All right, I can feel it now. Just make sure that that spring gets aligned into the hole. You can use the Allen wrench. There we go. Tighten down the pistol grip. And there we go. What we want to do now is install a lever on the other side. We'll go with, let's go with a short. The nice thing is these levers can be switched once it's on the gun. If you decide you don't like it, you don't have to take the central safety shaft out. You can just remove the screw. Put the new one on and you're good. And I'll show you a little trick here, how to get between 60 and 90 if you change your mind. All right, so right here, we're on safe. Pull the trigger, nothing happens. We go to semi, you can hear the positive click. I'm going to hold the hammer here. When you pull it, it now drops. You can cock it. Go back to safe, all good. Go to semi, drop it. Now, if you try to go to safe when the hammer's down, like a standard AR, it's not going anywhere. It's letting you know, okay, the hammer's not cocked. Now, I'll cock that again. If we want to switch this to a 60-degree throw, what we're going to do is we're going to shift that to safe while it's cocked. We're going to undo the screw here on the side with these guys. Take that off. And then what we want to do is loosen the pistol grip a bit. What we're doing is taking tension or compression off that spring that's holding the detent in its groove. And sometimes you can get it with the pistol grip partially removed here and the tension off, like that. Okay. And there we go. Give it a little work. So now what we have is, it's backwards, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to tighten the pistol grip back up. we go. Now we're going to remount our standard lever in the correct orientation here. Come on. There we go. Okay. Flip it over. We're going to remove this lever. And just for fun, we'll switch it out with a different one, the scallop on here this time. And we're going to face it backwards, to the rear in the proper orientation. And now that we've flipped that shaft over, we've got a 60-degree throw. So that's the easiest way usually to do it. Or if you're on a 60-degree throw, you can do the exact same procedure to reverse it to get the safety going the way you want. And of course, we pull on safe, hammer doesn't go. We go to semi, you pull it, and the hammer drops. And I'm just catching it so it doesn't slam on the lower. So there you go. That is the Manticore Arms Maverick Ambi 6090 safety kit for the AR-15. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at info@Manticore Arms, and we're happy to answer any questions.